All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's start our class today in sit pose. Then come into crisscross applesauce, or whatever that looks like for you and feels most comfortable for you. You can always extend the legs out in front of you as well. If that's more comfortable. You go ahead and close the eyes and begin to come to the breath. Just taking nice deep inhales through the nose and letting the breath out fully, completely through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. Each inhale going just a little bit deeper into the body. And each exhale just compressing the body just a little bit more. And let's just sit with the breath for just a moment. And as we're sitting here, I want us to take all of our energy and bring it back into our body. When we begin to think of things that we have to do, or people that we're sending love to, or people that we're thinking about, we're sending our energy out of our body. And instead, I want you to intentionally bring your energy back into your body so that just for this hour, it's all yours. All of those other things will be waiting for you when you're done with your practice. And then you'll be able to give them more because you filled up your cup first. Good. On your next inhale, I want you to fill up the belly, just like you're filling up a balloon. And on your exhale, I want you to take the belly and contract it towards the spine, belly button. Digs in deep. Inhale, and you can put your hands on your belly so that you can feel this motion. And then exhale, contract. Inhale, fill up the belly. Exhale, contract. Inhale, fill up the belly. Exhale, contract. Good. One more time. Inhale, fill up the belly. And then exhale, contract. Belly button towards the spine. On your inhale, let's bring the shoulders up towards the ears and then round them towards the front of the body, opening up the back of the spine. Inhale up. Exhale, round. Inhale up. Exhale, round. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale, round. Same thing, but we're going to go to the back. Inhale up. Exhale, back. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Drop those shoulders. Reach the shoulders further down. See if you can lengthen through the neck, ensuring that the spine is stacked. Now take the hands down towards the mat and feel the stretch through the arms. On your inhale, I want you to rotate your chin over towards the left side of your body, seeing if you can bring it directly above the left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center and taking the chin to the chest. Inhale back to center. Now rotate the chin over to the right shoulder. Inhale back to center, chin up toward the ceiling. Inhale back to center, chin over the left shoulder. And if you want to, you can take those right fingertips and walk them out just a little bit. Inhale back to center and chin towards the chest. Inhale back to center, chin over the right shoulder, and then take those fingertips and walk them out. Inhale back to center, chin up towards the ceiling. Inhale back to center, sweeping the arms up. On your exhale, I want you to take your right hand behind you, left hand to the right knee, and just come into a spinal twist. But again, so begin the twist at the base of the spine. Chin comes to the middle of the chest. Let's not go too far this time. Inhale, we're going to come back up to center, reaching the arms up. And on your exhale, we're going to take the left hand behind us, right hand to the left knee. And so perhaps you're just waking up, and this is just waking the body up, just getting some movement into it so that we can loosen it up from laying down all night long. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, again, over towards the right. See if you can go just a little bit deeper this time. Maybe the shoulder comes over, or the chin comes over the right shoulder this time. Inhale, come back to center, and then exhale over to the left. The reason why we take these in little baby steps is, again, is because we want to waken up the body. If we go too deep into a pose right away, we could risk injury. We don't want to do that. Good. Inhale back to center. And then on your exhale, let's go ahead and fold forward, rounding through the spine. Good. Inhale, walking the hands back up. Taking the hands onto the knees. On your inhale, I want you to pull into the knees so that the chest comes forward. And then exhale, round through the spine, back of the heart, towards the back wall. Inhale, come forward, push with the chest, pull with the hands. And then exhale, round through the back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, reach back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, reach back. Each time going just a little bit further. Maybe it's just a quarter of an inch, a half an inch. Inhale, come forward, and I want you to hold here. Really push the hands into the knees. Can you shorten the distance between the hips and the belly towards the thighs? Never holding the breath. And on your exhale, round through the back. Hold on to those knees. Round all the way back. Shoulders coming forward. So that you can deepen the stretch. Inhale, come back to center, taking the arms up. Taking a nice deep breath, and on your exhale, fold forward again. Inhale, walk the hands up. Let's go ahead and switch out the leg. So if the right leg was in front, bring the left leg in front and vice versa. Again, taking the hands to the knees. This time what we're going to do is on our inhale, we're going to shift over towards the left. On our exhale, we're going to come back to center. Inhale to the right, and then exhale back to center. So we're just creating a circle with the upper body. Inhale to the right. Exhale, center. Inhale, left. And then exhale, center. Good. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. Inhale, right. And then exhale. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale and hold. Good. Let's go ahead and roll over their shins, and we're going to come into child's pose. So in child's pose, we're bringing up the hips towards the heels as far as they could possibly go. And then begin to lower the upper body all the way down onto the mat. Taking the right shoulder back, and then the left shoulder back. Then keeping the shoulders where they are, walk the fingertips forward. So that you can lengthen out and stretch the arms. On your inhale, tent those hands, please, and walk the hands over towards the right side of the body. Inhale back to center, and then exhale over towards the left. Inhale back to center, exhale to the right. Inhale back to center, and then exhale to the left. Inhale back to center and hold here. Now taking that left hand, threading it underneath the right arm, flipping the palm up towards the ceiling, threading the needle. Inhale back to center, and then exhale, take the right hand underneath. Inhale back to center, exhale, left hand underneath the right. Inhale back to center, and then exhale, the right hand underneath the left. Inhale back to center and hold. And we're going to stretch out the shoulders just a little bit more. So interlace the fingers together. And on your exhale, I want you to bring the hand behind the head. And then just push into those elbows. Good. Exhale, release the hands back down to the mat. On your inhale, you're going to come up into table. In your table, you're going to separate the knees so that they're hip width apart. And when you look between the window, you can't see the feet. Begin to push the tops of the feet into the mat so that it alleviates the pressure on the knees. Hips come directly above the knees, so you're creating 90-degree angles in the knees and the hips. Suck that belly button towards the spine. The ribs knit in towards the midline of the body, and then roll those shoulders back so that the crown of the head reaches a little bit further forward. Chin tucks in slightly towards the chest, not too far, so we don't want a rounding of the neck, nor do we want the neck to be lifted. We're holding here. And again, 90-degree angle on the shoulders and 90-degree angle on the wrist. So you may need to adjust. And then push into the pads of the fingers so that the wrists don't take the weight of the body as well. Belly button sucks in towards the spine, so even though this is not an active pose with movement, it's still very active because there's every piece of our body is working and doing something. On your inhale, let's drop the belly, lift the sacrum, lift the crown of the head, coming into cow. And then exhale, cat, rounding the back of the heart up towards the ceiling, pushing into the mat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Deep inhale, and I just want you to hold here. Now maybe you can wiggle your body left and right, see if the belly can reach further towards the mat. Or you can just stay at center if that feels more comfortable for you. Inhale, come back to center. And on your exhale, let's go ahead and round the back of the heart up towards the ceiling. And then come into a gentle sway left and right. Inhale, come back to center and hold here. On your exhale, let's take the right leg out. We're going to come to the ball mounds of the toes. And I want you to push into that right heel. So you lengthen out the back of that right leg. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, take that left leg behind you. Push into the heel and stretch. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, right leg back again. And this time, let's see if you can push that heel just a little bit further. Almost as if somebody were pulling on your heel towards the back wall. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, push that right leg back. Go deep into that calf. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Now we're going to tuck the toes underneath, making sure that all 5 toes, including the pinky, reach down onto the mat. And on your inhale, I just want you to walk the hands back. I know a lot of us may not be wearing high heels. Some of us are guys, but a lot of us are working from home. So I'm assuming we're not wearing high heels, but this is a good stretch for the foot. Yeah, issues with your arches, this is really good to do. It's one of those ones that it hurts so good, if you will. So it can be a little bit painful. You just want to breathe into it and allow the toes to slowly just relax into the pose. And you don't have to come all the way up. If you need to keep the hands down onto the mat for additional support, you most certainly can. Breathe. Good. On your next inhale, let's go ahead and come forward, untuck the toes, and then wiggle them out. We're going to stretch the wrist. Let's go ahead and rotate the hands backwards. So all 10 fingers should be reaching towards the knees. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can always come towards the side. What we're trying to do, we're just trying to stretch the wrist. So on your inhale, take a deep breath, and on your exhale, push back slightly. So stay here. If you need a modification, what you can do is you can just come and sit and you can just gently pull back on the wrist with one hand. If you need to deepen the stretch, you just walk your hands forward and then sit your bum back. Good. Inhale, come forward. Gently rotate those wrists forward. Sit back and just shake them out. And do that one more time. Inhale, lift. Let's go ahead and tuck those toes underneath. And again, finding all toes all the way down to the pinky, touching the mat. And then if you want to, inhale, come up. And again, if it's too much to come up and lift the upper body, just keep the upper body down on the mat. Or fold it forward rather, because you're not completely down. And tent the hands for some additional support. When the toes release, sometimes that can almost be more painful. So just make sure that you breathe into it and don't hold the breath. I know it may seem easier to hold it. Inhale, let's come back slowly. Again, untuck those toes and then wiggle them out. All right, let's take those hands, rotate them back. Inhale the breath. And then exhale, push back. And again, if you need that modification, you can just come to a seated position and just pull back on one wrist with one hand. Good. Inhale, let's come back up. Rotate those wrists back out. And let's go ahead and give some wrist circles, 4 to the right. And then 4 to the left. Good. Your next inhale, go ahead and bring the hands forward. We're going to tuck the toes, lift the hips, and come into downward facing dog. So in your downward facing dog, I want you to drop your right heel and raise your left. Try to bring that right heel as close to the mat as you possibly can. And just hold here. And then exhale, switch and bring that left heel down onto the mat, raising the right. Switch again, right heel down, left heel raises. Exhale, left heel down, right heel raises. Inhale back to center, drop that right heel down. I want you to take the left foot and I want you to hook it onto the right. It should deepen the stretch in that right leg just a little bit more. Inhale back to center, and then exhale, drop that left heel down, hook the right foot. Inhale back to center and hold. Dropping the head so that the shoulders can stretch. Now taking that left hand, reaching for the right ankle, I want you to pull through the shoulder. Should feel that nice deep stretch to that left side body all the way towards the middle of the back. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, take the right hand to the left ankle and pull. Now, if this isn't accessible to you, you can always bring the hand to the middle of the mat or just stay in downward facing dog. Inhale back to center and fold. Go ahead and walk those feet to meet the hands and fold forward at the top of our mat. Take the pinkies inside the creases of the elbow and just ragdoll here. Left and right, allowing the body to hang. And you should feel almost a spilling forward, starting from the hips, coming towards the middle of the spine, and then all the way towards the shoulders. And you can exaggerate that sway if you would like to, or just a nice gentle breeze. And then inhale, I just want you to come back to center, and I just want you to hold here. Feel the spine elongate as it creates space in between the vertebrae. Feel the shoulders come towards the ears and the elbows towards the mat. Remember not to hold the breath. Dropping the hands down onto the mat, inhale up, halfway lift, and then place the hands on the shins. I want you to push into the shins and lengthen out the spine. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, pushing the hands into the shins, lengthening out the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale slowly, one vertebra at a time. Walk the hands up the legs. Stacking the spine. Good. Inhale, come back up to standing. Let's roll the shoulders forward to the front. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Good. Inhale, lift. And exhale, down. Same thing to the back. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale. And exhale, release. Coming into Tadasana, making sure that we're on all four corners of the feet. The toes are not gripping. We begin to lift up out of the feet. We can feel the shins lengthen, the knees lift. There's an external rotation of the thighs, the tailbone tucks under, the abdomen engages. Shoulders pinch towards one another. Palms reach towards the front of your mat. The chin level as the front of the head reaches. It should feel as if there were a string coming from the top of your head, pulling all the way up towards the ceiling, and then the opposite end of the string is coming through your sacrum and pulling down, almost as if somebody were pulling in opposite directions, trying to bring the throat tight. Inhale, sweeping the arms up, interlacing the fingers at the top. On your exhale, take the hips to the left, arms to the right. Inhale back to center, exhale, hips to the right, arms to the left. Just a nice, gentle bend here. Inhale to center, and then exhale, fold forward, please. Inhale, halfway lift to reach to the crown of the head. Exhale, hold. This time I want you to take the left hand to the right ankle. And again, just like we pulled when we were downward facing dog, we're doing the same thing here. Inhale back to center, and then exhale, take the right hand to the left ankle and hold. Inhale back to center, halfway lift. Exhale, fold again. Walk the hands up the legs and slowly come back up to standing. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hips to the left, arms to the right. Can you go just a little bit further this time? What we don't want to do is we don't want to loosen the length between them on the right side. Inhale back to center, and then exhale, hips to the right, arms to the left. Inhale back to center. This time we're going to bend into the knees, and you're going to give me a tiny back bend. Inhale up, and then exhale, take the arms behind the head. Really at this point, since we're only doing a minor back bend, we're just bringing the arms right here by the head. My apologies. Tailbone is still tucked under, arms are still engaged. It's like the hips are shifting forward while the body is shifting back. And then inhale, we come back to center, and then on our exhale, we fold forward again. Inhale, halfway lift, reach to the crown of the head. And then exhale, fold, taking that left hand to the right knee, or ankle, sorry, not knee. Pulling. Apparently my words are escaping me today, so I apologize for that. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right hand to the left ankle and pull. Inhale, come back to center, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time, inhale, reverse your swan dive or walk the hands up the legs. Your choice. Come to the top, interlace those fingers, exhale, hips to the left, arms to the right. Inhale back to center, exhale, hips to the right, arms to the left. Inhale back to center, bend into those knees, and then exhale, up and back. Perhaps you can go just a little bit further this time. What we want to do is we want to bring the chest up, so radiate the heart up towards the ceiling. And then inhale, slowly bring the gaze forward, and then exhale, fold forward again. Inhale, halfway lift, reach to the crown of the head. Exhale, fold. I want you to lift your right foot, and then place your hand palm facing up underneath that right foot. So the toes should graze the wrist. If it doesn't, it's okay. Then inhale, lift the left foot and do the same. So you're basically bringing your feet on top of your hands. You're going to inhale, halfway lift, just like you just did. And then on your exhale, you're going to begin to bend into the elbows. What we're doing is we're laying the belly on top of the thighs, chest to the knees, and then eventually the forehead towards the shins, if it reaches that. If it doesn't, it's okay. Not a big deal. Our intention is always to move deeper into the pose. Whether we actually reach that edge or that depth is irrelevant. Good. Inhale, release. Now this time I want you to take your right arm and I want you to wrap it around your right calf and then raise the heel and then grab onto the heel with the hands. Same thing with the left. You're going to wrap the left arm around the left calf and then grab onto the left heel. Inhale, halfway lift. And then on your exhale, begin to lengthen out the legs, pushing the hips up towards the ceiling. Gorilla pose. Tightening the body, compressing the belly button towards the side as it compresses into the thighs. Good. Don't hold the breath because it can be easy to do in this pose. Everything is tight. Good. Inhale, release. And come back to the front. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, reverse your swan dive. Arms come out, tailbone tucks, abs engage. Interlace the fingers, and on your exhale, hips to the left, arms to the right. That should have generated some heat. When we do those poses, when we're compressing our body, the heat in our body elevates. And inhale, come back to center, and exhale, hips to the right, arms to the left. Inhale back to center, bend into those knees, and then exhale up and back. Good. Inhale, come back to center, and then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, reach to the crown of the head. Exhale, fold, sweep the hands coming into Utkatasana. Just a gentle chair right now. Nothing too far. So you should, I don't know, the knees should definitely not be at a 90-degree angle right now. It should probably be a 45-degree angle. Should be able to lift all 10 toes off the mat. And if it's too much to keep your arms lifted like this, you can bring them shoulder length and bring them to the hips, so you can bring them to the thighs. Exhale, straighten the legs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, reach. Exhale, fold, sweep the hands, Utkatasana, chair's pose. Going just a little bit deeper this time. Exhale, straighten the legs, forward fold. Good, last set, inhale, halfway lift. Oops, sorry. Exhale, fold. Sweeping the hands, Utkatasana, chair's pose. My alarm just told me to send my son off to school. I guess it did get the memo that we're all quarantined. Good. Sink deep as you possibly can into your chair. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale, straighten the legs, forward fold. Good. Go ahead and heel toe those feet out. On your inhale, I want you to lift halfway. And then on your exhale, I want you to bring the bum down so that the sides are parallel with the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold, bending into those knees and the hips. Inhale, lift. Body folds forward. Exhale, bend. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend, and then just hold here, hands down onto the mat. Should tax the thighs just a little bit. It's like you're doing a squat, but the upper body is laying down. Inhale, lift the hips. Let's go ahead and heel toe those feet all the way out to about 4 or 5 feet apart from one another. All 10 toes reach forward. Inhale, lift. And then on your exhale, begin to fold the upper body. So wide-legged forward fold is what we're coming into right now. The hands are down on the mat, and perhaps the elbows reach. And perhaps the forearms reach onto the floor. If they don't, it's okay. Yoga is not about competition. It's about whatever your body can do today. And you'll find as you go through your practice that some days your body can do one thing, and then the next day you can't do it, won't do it, whatever the case may be. Inhale, halfway lift, and reach to the crown of the head. Exhale, fold. I think yoga is a really good practice in the art of letting go. Inhale, halfway lift. And this time on your exhale, I want you to bend into that right leg. Give me a nice deep stretch to this left adductor. Inhale, come back to center, and then exhale, bend into that right and left leg, giving them a nice deep stretch to this left adductor. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bend to the right, stretching out the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, bend into the left, stretching out the right. Inhale back to center. Hold here. And then I want you to walk the body over towards that right leg, taking this left hand, grabbing onto that right ankle, just like we did before when we were in our forward fold, but this time we're just in a wide forward fold. So taking that left hand and really pulling through. See if you can bring the upper body closer towards that right thigh. Good. Inhale, release, come back to center. And then exhale, walk that right hand over towards the left ankle and pull. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale over towards the right. One more time, grabbing onto that right ankle. Inhale, come back to center, and then exhale, walking over towards that right. Left, pulling with the right. Inhale, come back to center. What we're going to do is we're going to rotate over towards this right leg. So we're just going to come into a lunge, holding here. And on your inhale, I want you to straighten that right leg, halfway lift, and then on your exhale, fold over top of that right thigh. Now you're high on the ball mounds of the left toes. We're just stretching out the back of this right leg right here. Good. Bending into that right knee again. Holding here. Straighten that right leg. Let's go ahead and rotate towards the front. And then exhale, bring the body over towards the left, bending into that left knee. Eye on the ball mounds of the right toes. And on your next inhale, let's go ahead and straighten out that left leg. Inhale the upper body, and then exhale, fold over top of that left thigh. Inhale, bend into that left knee. Go ahead and walk the hands towards the front of the mat again. And then exhale, fold forward. Now you can stay here if you want to, or if you want to deepen the stretch, put the hands behind you like you're trying to reach the back of your mat, or the other side of your mat. On your inhale, lift, and then on your exhale, begin to walk the hands back. Can you bring the intention? It's almost as if you wanted to bring your upper body through your thighs. And just hold here. Good. Inhale, slowly come back to center. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Heel toe those feet back together, please. We're going to come into squatty potty. So what that's going to look like is you're going to drop your bum in between your heels. Now you may need some additional support, so if you have a block near you, you can always place it underneath the bum so that you have basically like a little, stool to sit on, if you will. Let's go ahead and bring the hands into heart center. Elbows into the knees, knees into the elbows. We're just trying to open up the hips here. So whatever that looks like for you, Try not to sit in judgment of where our body is, where it could be, where it has been before. None of that really matters. All that matters right now is the here and now, where we are, what we're doing right this moment. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, exhale, release the hands down. Inhale, lift the hips up. And slowly heel toe those feet together. Coming into that forward fold, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Slowly walk the hands up the legs. Stack the vertebra. We've been folded forward for quite a while, so just be careful, make sure that the head is the last to rise. Coming into Tadasana just for a moment. Quieting the breath. Quieting the mind. And then whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and have a seat on our mats. We're going to extend the feet out directly in front of us, pushing through the heel, flexing through the toes. Remove the flesh from the sit bone so that you find the bony part of the bum. Toes come back towards your body, pushing through the heels. Inhale, reaching the arms up. And then on your exhale, let's go ahead and bring the hands to the shins for this first one. What I don't want you to do is I don't want you to round through the spine. Instead, I want you to bring the shoulders back and bring the chest forward. Good. Inhale, walk the hands up, sweeping the arms up. And this time, exhale, let's go ahead and bring the hands onto the ankles if that's accessible to you. Otherwise, just stay at the shins. Again, bringing the shoulders back, chest forward. See if you can pull on those ankles to bring the chest a little bit further forward. With each inhale, we create length. With each exhale, we create depth. So we just come just a little bit further. Maybe we diminish the space between the belly and the thighs. Maybe we don't. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Good. Inhale, come all the way back up to standing, sweeping the arms up. And this time, exhale, folding over top of the legs, bringing the hands to the toes and rounding through the spine. Inhale, come back to center. Let's go ahead and bend into the left foot, bringing the left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Inhale, sweep the arms up. I want you to twist over that right leg, and then exhale, fold over top of the leg. Again, either bringing the hand to the shin or to the ankle. I want you to bring the chest forward. We're trying to flatten that back as much as we possibly can. We'll keep the back flat. Good. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Twisting over top of that leg again. Exhale, fold. Go a little bit deeper this time. Maybe the hands come to the bottom of the foot. Right there to the arch. Then you can pull into the elbows. Bending into those elbows so that you can bring the chest just a little bit further forward. Inhale, walk the hands up. Sweeping the arms up. Exhale, rotating over that leg again, and this time bringing the hands to the toes and then rounding through the back. Good. Inhale, walking the hands up. Let's go ahead and switch out the leg. So the left leg extends this time, right foot to the inside of the thigh. Inhale, sweeping the arms up, twisting over that left leg, hand to the shin or the ankle, pull. Inhale, come up, sweeping the arms up. And then exhale, twisting over that left leg, pulling onto the ankle or the bottom of the foot, bending into the elbows. Good. Inhale, slowly walking the hands up, sweeping the arms up, twisting over that left leg, and then exhale, round through the spine. Perhaps forehead to the knees. Good. Inhale, walk the hands up. Now let's go ahead and come into butterfly pose. So bring the soles of the feet together. Grab onto the ankles. And then I want you to take the hands behind you and very slowly lift the bum and bring them closer towards the hips. Grabbing onto the ankles again, inhale, lift. And then exhale, begin to fold. Can you push the knees further down towards the mat? With each inhale, we create length. With each exhale, we go a little bit deeper. And your knees come closer towards the mat. Again, trying to keep that spine nice and long and straight. Inhale, come back up. Let's go ahead and bring those knees together. Lengthen out the legs and shake them out. Let's go ahead and roll onto your mat. All the way down. Go ahead and bring the knees into the chest. And just create little circles, or just let's go left and right for just a moment. Now, whenever you're ready, let's go ahead and create little circles along the ceiling tile, forward to the right. Massaging that low back. And then forward to the left. Good. Bringing the knees back into center. On your exhale, let's go ahead and extend that left leg down, all the way down onto the mat. Keeping that right knee into the chest. I want you to squeeze the leg into the chest. And then on your next inhale, I want you to take the left hand, bring it to the right knee, and gently coax the knee over towards the left side of the body. And maybe it comes all the way down onto the mat, and maybe it doesn't. What I don't want you to do is I don't want you to lift this right shoulder off the mat. I want that to be rooted and grounded. Take the gaze over that right arm and come into that spinal twist. And now come back to center, squeeze that knee into the chest. And then taking the right hand to the right knee, I want you to bring that right leg to the outside part of the right body. That we're opening up that hip. Good. Inhale back to center, squeeze the knees into the chest, or the knee into the chest. And then exhale, release the right leg down. Inhale, lift the left knee into the chest. Give it a nice deep squeeze. Now taking that right hand onto the left knee. Inhale, and then exhale, twist to the right side. Left shoulder doesn't lift. Even all that stretching through the back, this still feels a little bit tight. So make sure you breathe into it. And again, we don't want to go too fast. We just want to gently coax the body into releasing any other tension that it may be feeling. Gaze comes out over that left shoulder if it's accessible to you. Otherwise, look up just towards the ceiling. Inhale, come back to center. Squeeze that knee into the chest one more time. And then exhale, let's go ahead and release the left foot to the left corner of the mat, right foot to the right corner, coming into Shavasana. On your inhale, shoot the arms above the head, toes in the opposite direction. Stretch out the body. And bringing the knees into the chest, let's exhale, roll over towards the right side of the body. Using that right arm as a pillow. Pushing the hand into the mat. Come up to a seated position. Just like we began class. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Bowing the head towards the hands. As always, it's an honor to be able to guide you through your practice. May your day be filled with light, love, and joy. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Namaste.